Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 mods video. And today, we're going to be going over a mod that very well could be the best mod ever made for Battlefront 2. And it feels like at this point I say that almost every other video, but this mod is definitely unchallenged when it comes to size, quality, and the sheer amount of content and variety we get all in one standalone mod. This mod has been in the making for quite a while now and just released a week or so ago, and honestly, this video is way overdue. The mod we are taking a look at today is Battlefront 2022, which is a massive expansion that adds 25 new heroes and 5 unique reinforcements to the game. And before we go into more detail about this mod and what it offers, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more Star Wars content just like this. So right off the bat, you're probably wondering, what do we get in this mod? And, well, I'll tell you. For our new heroes, we get Mace Windu, Darth Sidious, Captain Rex, Cad Bane, Bo-Katan, Asajj Ventress, Commander Cody, Crosshair, Hunter, Jango Fett, Wrecker, the Second Sister, Sabine Wren, IG-88, Din Djarin, Moff Gideon, Nien Nunb, Greedo, Jyn Erso, the Grand Inquisitor, Ahsoka Tano, Dengar, Poe Dameron, and Supreme Leader Snoke. But wait, there's more. We also get 5 new reinforcements: the Jedi Temple Guard, the Magna Guard, the Alderaan Honor Guard, and the Riot Trooper for both the Empire and the First Order. Yeah, there is a lot going on here, so I'm not going to be diving into each hero individually as that would take up far too much of our time. But I have to say, when I first heard about this mod, I honestly kind of slept on it. For a few weeks now, I was pretty preoccupied with LEGO Star Wars and Elden Ring, and on top of that, Battlefront 2 modding had kind of slowed down, and I thought this mod was just going to be quantity over quality, just to throw in as many characters as possible, but I was dead wrong. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Rapid from our Discord server, and the entire team behind this mod who allowed me to play a test version early. So not only is every hero well made and integrated into the game perfectly, but each and every single one of them feel like the best hero mod we've ever gotten. Even some of the characters who have had mods before are absolutely perfected here. Take Mando and Ahsoka for example. Both of them have had quite a few renditions by various authors, but the versions we get in this mod are absolutely my favorite. For starters, with Mando, we finally get him with his jetpack, which is just too much fun to use, and it looks amazing with the character model. But here, the Whistling Birds, one of Mando's abilities, works amazing, and makes for one of the best new abilities in the game now. And it's an ability that in previous versions I struggled to get to work, and even with Ahsoka Tano this time, we get her in an older appearance seen from The Mandalorian Season 2 based on Rosario Dawson, and her abilities are similar to what we've seen before, but again, it just feels like it was perfected here. It's like the modding team used every previous mod as a stepping stone to bring us the perfected versions here. And like I said earlier, every character feels new, but at the same time feels as though they belong in the Battlefront. There's a fair mix of new and reused abilities here, and I think that works fine, as even the devs working on the official content reused a few abilities with their own spin on them, and that's the case here. Each character has a perfect blend of abilities that make them feel unique and familiar at the same time. Take Wrecker for example. 2 of his abilities are the Shoulder Charge and the Slam borrowed from Han Solo and Chewbacca. But when you put these 2 abilities on top of each other, and throw in his grenade launcher, you get an absolute brute of a hero who, despite carrying a blaster, feels like they prefer up-close melee combat, and that describes Wrecker from the Bad Batch show perfectly, giving us a brand new and authentic hero. Another great example is Bo-Katan, who uses the Disabler and Sharpshot abilities, which make her effective at range, very similar to Lando. However, she also has her jetpack and extremely deadly vibroblade strikes, giving us a hero we've never really had before who's a sort of jack of all trades, effective at long range, close range, and aerial combat, making her one of the most fun new heroes in the game. And honestly, the list goes on. Every hero and villain has a perfect set of abilities that make them feel like their character has been ripped off the screen and put into the game. Now, speaking of Mandalorians, I want to talk about how this mod adds an entirely new playing field to the game, and I'm not sure if it was intentional or not. And what I mean by this is the jetpacks. We get 5 new characters with jetpacks: Cad Bane, Jango Fett, Mandalorian, Sabine Wren, and Bo-Katan. And obviously we still have Boba from the base game. But what this does is create an even playing field between the dark side and light side. For as long as any Battlefront fan can remember, the game has been plagued with pesky Boba Fetts, who run around the map on their jetpack and avoid combat at any cost. But now that playstyle isn't viable anymore, as the light side has jetpack users too, and plenty of them, offering the best counter to pesky jetpack users. However, I don't think this is simply a good counter to jetpack users. It adds full-on aerial combat to any HVV or supremacy match, where you can have players fighting on the ground and jetpack users flying through the air combating one another. And it brings a whole new level of verticality to the maps and offers a brand new playstyle. Even just playing offline as Sabine Wren, I got into a duel with Jango Fett that took place all in the air, flying around each other, and using all of our abilities to gain the upper hand, and it just felt so cool and unlike anything I'd ever played before. So it turns out that the cure to jetpacks being annoying is more jetpacks. Now, aside from some really great gameplay additions and some wonderful hero designs, we get a ton of amazing models and new textures that match the quality of the gameplay. A lot of the textures are ones we've seen before that have been implemented into this mod, like Cad Bane, Moff Gideon, Commander Cody, and a few more. But just like the actual hero designs, all models have been perfected here and they just look amazing. Even some of the characters that have brand new faces, like Poe Dameron and Jyn Erso, look very impressive. Especially considering creating an actual face that resembles a real life person is extremely difficult, but the creators of this mod did not shy away from this challenge, and the attention to detail here is yet again mind-blowing. And as I mentioned earlier, we get a handful of reinforcements as well, who are a lot of fun to play as. This is almost my idea of what the Sentinel class could have been. For those who don't know, the Sentinel was a 4th infantry class we never ended up getting for Battlefront 2, and eventually turned into the Infiltrator. But these 5 new reinforcements are all centered around melee combat, and each one of them borrows different running animations and attack animations from various Saber heroes. They also borrow some of their abilities too. Like the Alderaan Guard has 2 charging pike attacks that mimic both Rey's charge and Obi-Wan's Saber defense charge. But my favorite of the new reinforcements probably has to be the Jedi Temple Guard, as they act as a sort of nerfed version of a full-on Saber hero, wielding their double-bladed yellow lightsabers as well as force-related abilities like push and heal. Each one of these units has their own set of abilities and play styles, making them feel unique from one another. All in all, Battlefront 2022 offers more content than any other mod release to date, and even gives us more content than the game initially launched with. It's truly a testament to the absolute dedication that the fans have for this game, that the definitive version of this game wasn't even made by the actual developers. We as a community understand why so many people love this game, and it's just an absolutely amazing sandbox for the Star Wars universe, and this mod covers so much more of the movies, TV shows, and animated shows. Almost every piece of Star Wars content ever released is pretty much represented in this game now, and I believe this mod isn't over yet, and the developers will hopefully continue to add appearances, heroes, and reinforcements to make Battlefront 2 the greatest Star Wars game ever made, if it isn't already. So with all that covered, we are going to end the video here. Let me know down below what you think of this mod, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like as it really helps out the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Battlefront 2 and Star Wars content just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.